Everyone, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master. I am here with my brother, and today it's Wednesday! I know it's not Tuesday. Tuesday has been up and gone, but it's Wacky Wednesday, and with Wacky Wednesday, we are back with Merfolk and Taxes. Merfolk and Taxes did pretty damn well last week, and we're going to see a new version of it today. We got the old stuff, Leonin Arbiter, Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, Ghost Quarter, but we're going to have new additions. Dovin, Hand of Control, and some worships in the sideboard. If you love Troll Tuesday or Wacky Wednesday, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Before we get into our deck tech, we're going to thank our sponsor, themanabase.com. And Ben from the Rants of Valakut, he's got new upgrades to his Delver Grow deck. Oh, the Miracle Grow deck of Ancient Past. It's come back to Modern in the form of Delver Grow. It's got upgrades from Modern Horizons. If you want to learn about it, don't forget to check him out on themanabase.com. Your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. So, Jeremy from my Patreon, he suggested, hey, let's go try out Dovin, Hand of Control. It's like, and honestly, I didn't even know this Planeswalker existed, because usually when when a new set comes out, I just go to see all the blue spoilers. I don't look at the hybrids. This goes under like the gold stuff. So Dovin, Hand of Control, artifact, instant, and sorcery spells. Your opponent's cast cost 1 more to cast. So it's like a Thalia in a lot of ways, except it's not a creature. It's a Planeswalker, so the Planeswalker is not vulnerable to creature removal. And on top of that, if our opponent has one big beefy threat, -1 until your next turn, prevent all damage that would be dealt to and dealt by target permanent an opponent controls. This actually could be very helpful against Blue-White Control, where if they have one Colonnade out, you just target the Colonnade and then you can freely attack into it, and then if they activate the Colonnade to block, whatever, you don't lose any damage. Maybe this will be useful. Maybe it will be useful against Hogak, specifically Hogak. But that is about it. I'm hoping this is also going to be good against Burn and some other decks. Like, against Burn, if we have Thalia out, then they can still like Searing Blaze the Thalia, but they can't Searing Blaze this. They're going to have to just throw removal at it, and we can still use the -1 to hit their creatures, so that to reduce the amount of damage that either we will take or Dovin will take. So that was Jeremy's suggestion, and we are still in the theme of what Hobo DM was interested in last week. But Hobo DM had other ideas, like Worship. And although I can't find much room in the main deck for Worship, especially with Thalia in here, we're going to put some Worships in the sideboard. So Worship is the type of card where, I mean, if your opponent cannot deal, if they can't rip all the creatures off the battlefield, then you basically win the game. There are ways around Worship, things like Collective Brutality, just making your opponent lose life, so there's that. But I have high hopes that Worship is going to be really cool in our deck. Yeah, just hope. It's a bit of a nombo with Thalia, so probably I'm going to be bringing it in when I'm taking Thalia out. And so on. And it's this, I have reduced the number of Thalias in the deck because it wasn't super impressive last week. I still think Thalia is going to be good in certain matchups, but I'm also reducing the number of Thalias to make room for the Dovins that are coming into the main deck. So anyway, this is, I really liked how Leonin Arbiter did last time with the Ghost Quarters. That was super high impact. That was really great. So hopefully we see more play out of that this week. And we've got a normal Merfolk squad: Benthic Biomancer, Silvergill, Lord of Atlantis, Master of the Pearl Trident, Unsettled Mariner, and Maridri. Shout out to Marin MTG, the true Unsettled Mariner. You get it? Comment section will get it. All right. With that, let's get into our gameplay. We lost the die roll, which is not unusual these days, but I think we can keep this hand. It's not a fast hand, but it can be explosive. If we go like Lord of Atlantis into Maridri, what are we up against? I guess Eldrazi-tron? Sort of looks like Eldrazi-tron. Because I don't know any other deck that cares about a colorless land like this. Simian Spirit Guide. I still don't know what this deck this is. Holy crap! We're doomed. Okay, so now we really need to rip an Ether Vial. Well, we have red mana. Okay, so here's our plan. We do have 2 islands in this deck, and if we hit those islands, we're in business. Because we can cast a lot of cards in this hand if we hit that island. Of course, we're not going to cast Benthic Biomancer anymore.
Sorry, Benny.
Oh! Bit late though for the Biomancer. So Leonin Arbiter is screwed until we can find an Ether Vial. I'm wondering, do we play Dovin? Does that help me at all? Goblin Rabble Master.
A blue one too.
You are useless. So we can cast a decent chunk of card. Well, no, we can only cast Mirror Readers, which is going to be okay. We can block the goblins for quite a while. Rabble Master will deal some damage to us, though. Boom. That sucks. Not that, like, Dovin could do anything about that. So this is now problematic. This is a good clock.
Regular Merfolk would be unfazed.
Like, I don't even know what to do from here.
This is how crippling Blood Moon is.
That's why they play Blood Moon. Just randomly beat these decks. Merfolk and Taxes is not showing its worth right now. Another Abrade. Jeez, they had a perfect hand against us. It's like they knew we were playing Merfolk and Taxes. I guess that's it. Not really much I can do. I'm not going to be able to beat the Goblin tokens, even if I play Dovin. I don't really want to show them that we've got Dovin, because I think we can play this thing post-board.
Good job, Poli-Sci guy.
Is Worship something we want? Probably. So I think we want Deputy of Detention. Can sweep up all the tokens. I think we want... Okay, so here's the problem. We're up against a Worship deck, so ideally... Sorry, we're up against a Blood Moon deck, so ideally we want to remove all of the white cards, but I think that's going to be impossible. That's just going to be impossible.
On to game 2.
Unsettled Mariner looks good. Do I really want this? I can't cast this off of Ether Vial. They have Anger. Do they have any way of beating a Worship? Maybe not. We have 3 islands in the deck. So we have to fetch them out. Do we have fetch lands? We have Ghost Quarters. That's our artificial fetch land. I guess we're going to take out some paths because of Chalice of the Void on 1. I think I want to keep Thalia. That seems good. Maybe we want another Thalia. Guess I'll take out the Spell Queller. It's not that mandatory, and they can probably kill it pretty easily. Maybe I'll take out 2 more Biomancers again. Chalice on 1 is real. 32 creatures. Can I take out like maybe 2 creatures for these Worships? How good is Arbiter here? They don't have fetch lands. They don't search. Okay, let's take out Arbiter. Let's bring in the Worship, and we'll bring in a Spell Queller. Bring in another Spell Queller. So that we are very fragile. To do we have a Plains in this deck? No. Well, we've got the Ether Vial, so I'm going to keep it.
When Deputy of Detention gets absorbed by a Detention Sphere, it becomes the Deputy of Detention Sphere. So stupid. And all cards on the table get absorbed into it.
We're going to loot off this Benthic Biomancer ASAP. Turn 1 Blood Moons! We got turn 1 Blood Moon that game. And got double abraded. That was pretty good for our opponent. I will admit, that was pretty good.
It's the best game he'll play all month.
Maybe. And it was on the play, too. Go on island. Not an island.
Here comes the pain.
Could be. Chalice on 1, that's late. Sort of hoping to get a Lord. Then maybe I can play a... Oh, there we go. So... So I think what we're going to do is we're going to adapt the Benthic Biomancer. Maybe we can draw an island. Oh, we do have a Plains. I actually think that's more valuable than the Hollow Fountain. We're going to attack for 4. If our opponent plays Anger of the Gods, it won't be good. Because then at end of turn, we're going to play a Lord and then 2 Lords next turn. So that's the plan. And then we will be out of range of Anger of the Gods.
You are God. Here it comes.
Could be.
No.
Okay, so now we are not playing... Oh, no, but, no, I can't get this Deputy in play.
Could Deputy absorb the Chalice?
Deputy can hit the Blood Moon and the Chalice, but I don't care about... I really don't care about this Chalice. Chalice doesn't do anything here.
Oh, you can hit that Blood Moon if you want.
I can. Maybe I will take this thing up... Do I take this thing up to 3? Do I leave it on 2?
Use it and then take it up.
No, do you want... Yeah, we're going to leave this thing on 2. If I draw an island, that'll be good. Spell Queller. No, I wish I took it up to 3. So worst case scenario, they anger, I play Master of the Pearl Trident, then I tick up the Vial to Deputy the Blood Moon, and then put Mare Reader and Spell Queller online. So we still have quite a bit of a game to play. Yeah, I can't do anything about that.
There she was.
But we still have quite a bit of a game to play. So now this thing will get ticked up to 3 because we do have Deputy Detention. Oh!
Nothing fancy, stick with the game plan.
I can't target my own permanents. Too bad. Okay, yeah, I think I just have to... There's, like, nothing out here anyway. So whatever they do, I'm probably going to be Deputy Detention the Blood Moon, and then hold up Spell Queller. I guess it's okay. This is not going to race us.
Yeah, you're pretty far ahead.
I'm going to attempt to block here. So here's my only problem. In response to this, they could maybe abrade the Deputy of Detention. Okay, so now my mana's online. Block this. And it is our turn. I'm just going to hold up Spell Queller.
I think this is over.
Another Mare Reader. Excellent.
Fuck.
I'm about to ruin your entire career.
Bonk.
Unless you have, like, double Anger of the Gods, then you're going to ruin my career.
Nope.
No, they had nothing. Excellent. Screw your Blood Moon. The Deputy has something to say about your Blood Moon. Deputy Detention is pretty damn powerful, even though it's not a Merfolk. Who cares?
Can absorb it. All copies of it.
Yeah, I think this is going to be it. Again, no Path to Exile because the Chalice on 1. You saw the Chalice on 1. They kept Chalice on 1. They kept their Chalices in. They love Chalice on 1.
Who doesn't?
They really need to get the Chalice down before we get
Aether.
Ether Vial. We got the Ether Vial, so I'm not going to throw this hand away. Just got to hope that they don't Blood Moon us or Abrade us or a lot of other things. Oh god, that's something too. Alright. So that's bad. That's also just as bad because that just nails off two cards in our hand. Yeah, turn 1 Chalice.
Good.
Sometimes can still be good against Merfolk. Okay, on. Land. No land. We know what to discard though. I guess the Vial.
Yeah, give him the satisfaction.
Ensnaring Bridge. Okay, we can deal with that. We do have Deputy Detention. We gotta put something on the battlefield. Sorry, Dovin. Well, our opponent's doing nothing. But we're doing nothing. They don't even have Blood Moon out. How embarrassing. I'll get rid of a Lord of Atlantis.
You get all these lords in the table. Boom, boom, boom.
It just looks like they have removal. Get rid of the Warship. Who has more cards? Can they beat a Warship? I get some feeling that they cannot beat a Warship. Maybe we're going to keep this Warship. Yeah. Get rid of the Benthic Biomancer. I kept Benthic Biomancer just in case, I don't know, we got rid of this somehow. Oh, that would beat us. Okay. Well, we're just running bad. Okay, we drew like a million cards.
Turn 6 already.
We drew 5 cards and did not draw a second land. Oh, now we draw a land when our opponent puts a permanent on the battlefield. That's really useful to us. Okay. And I don't even know what to do with this deputy anymore.
Suck up the bridge.
Karn too. Okay, so they have a lot of ways of winning. Torpor Orb. I think we can concede now, because now that Deputy of Detention cannot enter the battlefield and trigger, we have no way of getting rid of the Ensnaring Bridge. Okay, so we can just concede.
Good job.
That was like, okay, so our opponent did win because they had a Chalice, the Chalice on 1, but still we got very unlucky that we could not draw a second land in the next
7 turns.
Second, third, fourth, or fifth turn to at least put some pressure on the battlefield. Likely we were going to lose anyway. We really needed, we had like, I would say about 2 turns to draw that land, and then until that I think it was useless. I'm certain that our opponent had like a lot of, well, it's possible their hand was really clunky. Like, look at all these cards. I mean, the Chalice was probably useless. They were probably waiting to get it on 2, which would also, like, just destroy us, but whatever. So that was game 1. And basically, we did lose against, like, you know, like the deck that I think would beat us, because Blood Moon does hurt our deck. Does it? I'm not gonna lie. Blood Moon hurts, like, multicolored decks. Yeah, so that's what they do.
Oh.
That's why you would play the mono blue version, but...
No, just play with straight islands and plains.
You could do that. Anyway, that was game 1. Let's get on to game 2. I won a die roll for once, but I drew a very unplayable 7-card hand. We have to mulligan. This hand's way more playable. We're going to keep... I think I'll get rid of the Path to Exile. That's a so-so card. That either might be good or might be bad.
Do you have software for opening up spreadsheets?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
We want to make one for
all
what?
your opponents.
Oh.
And then I can list it by alphabetical.
There is a software out there that might be able to do that anyway. Faithless Looting. So we're up against a Faithless Looting deck. Could be mono red. Looks like mono red.
I want to comprise big data.
So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the Hollow Fountain untapped. Pay 2 life. And then we're going to actually use this to activate the Benthic Biomancer. Because if I play the Lord off this mana, then I have nothing to do with my Aether Vial mana when it gets to 2. So this is the best way of using our mana, and we can get rid of this Aether Vial.
Blood Moon in 3, 2, 1.
Trying to use the full spectrum of our mana. Yep. This Merfolk and Taxes does not have counter spells except Spell Queller. Well, this is a big waste without any creatures in play. Oh, unless you're going to play a Phoenix. Or 2 Phoenixes. But you didn't put any Phoenixes in the first place. We found 1. And bolt me. Okay. The clock is on. I'm not gonna lie, the clock is on. Yeah, I cannot interact with any of this. Maybe we'll draw a land in Dovin. Ideally, a land is better than Ether Vial. Okay. Because we can cast Mirror Regery. There we go. This is quite convenient. Okay. Just press maximum damage. And we potentially have a kill. Do we have a kill next turn? We don't. 16, 5, 10. No, we don't have a kill next turn. So we need to hope to survive.
You don't got it. You got nothing. Pass the turn.
Well, we go to 9. So they've hit a land drop every turn, so they could be flooding. They did Faithless Looting, dump 2 mountains. So there are enough indications that they might be flooding when in their deck. Oh, they're going to Faithless Looting this turn? Oh, Promise of Finality. That's evil. So they can kill one of our creatures.
Too many promises.
And loot. And if they find another Phoenix, they can get it this turn because they cast 3 cards. Faithless Looting, Lightning Bolt, and the Finale of Promise.
Lame.
They dumped a Fiery Islet and a Mountain. Leaving the Phoenix to block is not going to work because we've got the we can tap it down. So their hand must be really bad. That's going to be useful. We can put this in play and then eat up one of their mountains. As is the way of the Cat King. This is the reason we got Arbiter in the deck. Not that I think it matters to them.
Great interaction. Now he's mad.
And there's no point saving the Leon and Arbiter because it's not a Merfolk. Soulscar Mage.
It's not going to do it.
Well, might. If they got a bolt or something, that'll hold me off for a little bit. No bolt. Damn it, I need this thing. This would be really good right now. I mean, right this very moment, it would be great. So if I make an all-out attack and I can get in for 5 damage... Yeah, this would be very good because I could target, like, I don't know, Soulscar or Arclight Phoenix. Okay, I'll attack with just the Benthic Biomancer. If they kill one of the lords, I mean, we'll at least trade with the Phoenix. I mean, unless they have Gutshot, they could Gutshot something. They could bolt and Gutshot something with Soulscar Mage.
We'll see. Put it into decision, though.
We're also in a spot where,
Ha!
I mean, the Phoenix can come back, but I'm hoping after they use their spell on a Lord that it won't. Lava Dart. We want to Lava Dart this. Okay. I'm a little happy with this exchange because those are less prowess triggers on the Soulscar Mage. Dovin would be great here. Dovin would be great.
Take that value.
I can't. It's a planeswalker. It's not a creature. Can't vial this thing in.
Really? I did not know that.
You know it now.
Didn't know that you couldn't file it. It's up to over D.
I mean, this is basically Thalia. Okay, here comes Lava Spike. Do you have, like, Gut Shot? Nope. No Gut Shot. No attack? They could make an attack, because they've got the, what's it called? Lava Dart in the graveyard. So I don't have any good block. So they could attack Lava Dart. Well, but then you would lose a mountain if they really wanted to go that line. So creature or land is good with me, as long as it's a land that can come into play on tap. There, it is one.
What now, bitch?
Basically. What now? Okay, so nothing can get cast. So I can make a pretty free attack here, right? So I Dovin one of them. I guess the only problem is that... Okay, we're going to Dovin one of them. Nothing can get cast right now. I don't have lethal, so I have no good... I guess I'm just going to attack with the lords. Dovin coming in there.
In the clutch.
In the clutch. So there's no good blocks here. Lose creatures or take damage. Okay, lose both creatures. I'm fine with that. Because otherwise, if I attack with the Leonin Arbiter, they could make a double block. And I guess I kill one Soulscar Mage, but I sort of want to keep the Leonin Arbiter.
Players can't search libraries for what? What's this?
Unless they pay 2.
Oh.
Oh yeah, there's no fetch lands in this deck because of Leonin Arbiter. Oh, they don't even want to see the next turn. Okay, so...
After that beating, I don't even think he wants to see tomorrow.
Yeah, neither do I. So I think Rest in Peace is good, Thalia is good. I don't know if Worship is as good as we think it is. Maybe. Okay, Dovin looks really good. Path to Exile looks fine. Benthic Biomancer is weak. This is not really a Leonin Arbiter matchup. So Rest in Peace hits Lava Dart, Faithless Looting, Bedlam Reveler, and maybe I should bring in more. It's actually pretty damn good. I just named like a billion things that we're afraid of. I like the idea of Deputy of Detention. If they try to kill it, then those are prowess triggers that are missed. I also want to bring in Unsettled Mariner looks good. I feel like we should be bringing in Worship. What can they do to beat a Worship? Like, basically just kill our creatures. This is really crazy. Okay, get rid of a Spell Queller and... one Thalia. I don't know. Let's bring in Worship. I guess this is a Worship matchup. We should probably have more creatures. There we go. There's the Worship. Hopefully it carries us directly to victory. It might be bad, though, because our opponent has a lot of removal. That's the problem with Worship. Oops. I'm too excited. I want to get that Wonder One Hub in play today! Okay, so it looks like we're going to get a Rest in Peace down very quickly. That'll chop a ton of this deck off. Lava Spike, that's fine. I'm probably just going to Path to Exile this Swiss Bear.
Pitch.
Of course. This goes bye-bye. Take some more damage.
Take too much damage. Try to stem the damage.
Then next turn we'll play Rest in Peace, make sure that Bedlam Reveler is not on its way. Or no stupid lava darts. They could still play Phoenix.
Should play the Undertaker thing when you cast that.
Metamorphose.
Put it in post. Going to town.
Yeah, one Faithless loading. You can't even discard a Phoenix. You have to just draw it and keep it. What went to exile? Finale. Oh yeah, totally. Finale of Promise also gets exiled, so maybe 4 Rest in Pieces is the way to go. Rest in Peace, just wailing on our opponent, just wailing. Ooh, Thalia. I'm not going to play that though. Let's get a bunch of creatures in play. And then Slam Worship. And if they get to 4/4 creatures, I don't know how they beat it. Okay, so we get 2 more creatures in play, so we have to just hope that our opponent doesn't have enough damage by next turn. Oh, we might even just kill our opponent soon.
Played safe.
The thing is, I don't know if there's a good way to play it safe. I sort of wanted to play Mirror Rejury so I could empty my hand next turn.
Might not be a next turn.
There might
Well,
not
actually,
be a
he's
next
only
turn.
got 1 card in hand, so what are the odds?
Good! It's a burn deck, basically.
Well,
So I was really looking
then
for a
play-
way to kill our opponent, like right now. If I could empty my hand, then we could kill our opponent. Because this thing would become a 5/5, and then I would have like a billion power on board. But if I put 2 Lords in play, I have 4 power, put our opponent down to 16, and then now I have to somehow represent 16 points of damage. Even if I draw a land, that won't do it. I have to draw a land for the Worship. That's what has to happen. So if I, just in case they kill my 2 Mirror Rejuries for some reason, we're going to take this line. Put the most creatures on the battlefield. Still make them 4/4s, get them out of the range of dying. Be nice though to be threatening. I mean, we still might be threatening to win. I mean, if they have a land in hand, we are gonna kill them. Well, I mean, if they can draw lands, that is. There's a lot of blanks. Like, we can now block the ground creatures. Most of the burn spells do not do a lot of damage. It's like just Faith, Lightning Bolt, and Lava Spike.
Please don't have 2 burn spells. Please. Okay.
Okay, Bolt, and... yeah, gut shot.
Oh!
They top decked it. They
That's-
top decked one of them.
Oh, good, it's not over.
It's not over. Rest in Peace looks even better than I thought.
Rest in peace, old man.
We'll keep Worship. Worship's just a dubious card for this matchup. It's slow. Like, it's legitimately slow. But maybe if we can nail it. Ooh.
That's a keeper.
No. This hand has too much mana. We have to mulligan. This hand is a keeper, so we're going to keep this.
Can Wanderbind Hub come into play untapped through a Mariner?
And I'm going to get rid of the Worship because we would need to top deck consecutive lands in order to get it out. Would that be fine? Because otherwise I have to get rid of something else. Ghost Quarters doesn't look very good. Ghost Quarter also doesn't... But if I get rid of the Ghost Quarter, then I can't use the Worship anyway. So we'll dump the Worship. It's just not time for Worship right now.
It's not Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, great. I'll totally take that here.
Eat it.
Basically. So they might have a decent turn with the Soulscar Mage. Actually, you know what? That might have been better. We should Path to Exile the Soulscar Mage first. Holy shit. That's not good. That's a good answer to our rest in peace. That's not bad. File another one in, but they don't buff each other. That's a problem. Okay, but just to make sure that they can't kill them. It's hilarious. This deck does not play. This deck doesn't play Searing Blaze, but it's actually incredibly difficult to beat. Even though Faithless Looting is not card advantage, it's still a beating. They can still, like, get rid of all the cards that they don't like here. I will say here, like, right now, Worship looks pretty good. We're going to shuffle it back into our deck. Because I do plan on Ghost Quartering one of my lands to get rid of, like, one of these stupid things. Oh, I can't even double block them. What's going in the graveyard? Abrades, Finale of Promise.
Remember, though, prowess doesn't last.
So we do have a Plains in our deck. I can Ghost Quarter myself. They got rid of a Lava Dart. Oh, they kept a land, so they intend on doing even more damage this turn. This is crazy. I think I'm going to chump block with one of these Mariners.
I would just chump both.
No, they can't deal any damage to us. Everything that would deal damage to us this turn will get countered. So I could take 8. Although Path to Exile does not interact favorably. Yeah, we're going to do nothing. I'm hoping they're going to try to target us and forget that Mariner actually protects us as well. Well, actually, they can... No, they can't Lava Dart. This is the Exile Zone. They're going to try to cast something. Alright, so they just want the extra prowess triggers, and that thing's going to get countered. Who's it targeting? Themselves? That's weird. Sure.
Pretty sick.
So if we can draw, I don't know, Lord of Atlantis, that'd be nice. We are in trouble, though. Our life total's very low. Dovin is good! Dovin is very good right now. But I still need one more land. So I guess I'm just on chump blocking duty. We're going to try to double block one of these Swift Spears.
2 cards in hand.
We might get completely blown out. Oh god, that can't be good. Yeah, Lightning Bolt is going to resolve. I actually regret not chump blocking one of those creatures last turn. So we're going to lose both of them. We take 2 damage, and we have an empty board. And we don't even have a Merfolk to show for this.
Yikes. I think it's lost.
Oh, you think so? Damn, Merfolk and Taxes not showing as well. This mono red deck is hard. Like, I feel like you need, like, Chalice of the Void or bust. It's like Chalice or bust against this deck. But if I play Chalice, it's like only good against this deck. Okay, concede. Nice game. Good game. We got ran over. Got by a mono red Phoenix. I think this is a very difficult deck to beat. Honestly, it's very hard for Merfolk. They're very mana efficient. They have all these little 1-drops. Not much you can do. If anyone has a good strategy against it, I'm all ears. But until then, I mean, Chalice is good. Chalice will be very good against this deck, but we're not running Chalice in this version. Or Thalia. Thalia would be very good. I think there are a lot of good cards. Maybe this was not the thing to do on turn 2.
Well, he went ham with the Manamorphoses, and then
they went like 2 more turns. Yeah, they had a very good turn there. Well, whatever. Okay, that was round 2. Let's go on to round 3. I won the die roll again, but I can't keep my hand, so I got a mulligan. Why can't I keep any of my... Ooh, this is convenient. Yeah, this is cool. We can keep this. I gotta put something on the bottom. Maybe a Mariner. I think I'm gonna play double Ether Ball over my next 2 turns. Because I'm gonna use this land, so even if I draw lands, the point is if I draw creatures, this thing is useless to me. Little hierarch, so we can't even mana score our opponent. Oh my god, our opponent could play Deputy of Detention very quickly. So we're up against humans. Hopefully Unsettled Mariner does something.
No. Red.
So we, in theory, can deal with this card.
Oh, yeah, pat that piece of shit.
Well, we need the planes to make that work. But looks like the Ghost Quarter plan not going to be good here because our opponent already has like a lot of mana. But do we slow them down? There are ways of slowing them down. We could Arbiter, hit the Ziggurat. They don't have access to red mana anymore, and they have to take damage from their canopy. Guess that's just something we should do. Yep, very painful lands. No red mana, though, for Mantis Rider. We're like for additional Mantis Riders. Hope you have all the Mantis Riders in your hand.
And when you path, you can't get a land?
That's true. If I path, they can't get a land. Oh, this is great, actually. I can path. Well, it's not great. I'm going to get hit for 6. But... well, I still also need the land for the Path to Exile. Can't do anything about hitting. Okay, so we need to tick this one up. This one's going to stay where it is now. That is not the land I was looking for. I'm just wondering, can I bluff an attack with this? Okay, I'm going to make a weird attack just because I don't think there's any value holding it back. They're really far ahead, so they might just let it through. They might think, I don't know, maybe I'm playing a cat tribal deck. They should know that I am Nikachu, the Merfolk Master. There should be no way to buff up this Leonin Arbiter. Okay, so yeah, they just made the chump block. But, like, I have no way of... I'm looking for some desperate way to push through damage, because there's like a 2-turn clock on the board. And maybe if I make this weird attack, it can work out for us. Oh, we are definitely... okay, so we're... are we definitely dead? Guess not. So we were on the play, and it still didn't matter. Very frustrating. Can't curve out. Or curve out, like, way too slow. Okay, so good cards in the matchup. Deputy of Detention is going to be very good.
Suck up all those riders.
I don't think Worship is going to be good because they have their own Deputy of Detention. So the idea with Worship is that you play it on the battlefield and then you can take forever to win the game. That's not going to happen against humans. They have their own Deputy of Detention they're going to bring in, so they can just grab your Worship at will. We're going to take out Thalia. It's a pretty poor body on the ground. I think Dovin is okay. Not the best, but it's okay. It'll just be good to like -1 hit the phantasmal images, so we can target phantasmal image with Dovin. We can also just stop a Mantis Rider in the air. I sort of want to bring in Spell Queller because we can still exile cards that are cast. Just leave it as it is. Oh, what are with these hands? So why can't we just have like a normal hand of creatures and spells?
Because they hate you.
Like...
I would keep it. Because you know you're just going to get creatures out of this.
No, I don't. The thing about humans is that they're always playing like 2 cards a turn, and we only play 1 card a turn. Like, I don't have creatures in this hand. So I have to play a Benthic Biome. I can play Benthic Biomancer and loot with it on turn 2, but that is slow. That is not a powerful start.
It's Troll 2 Wednesday. This is about fun. This is about fun, not points.
Well, I still want to win. So no, I have to just mulligan this hand. I just can't keep this hand. This hand's way better. I will keep and I will dump the Holophone because this deals damage to me.
Well, he mulliganed.
Did they?
Yes.
Excellent. Some good news. So we have a decent curve here. But we need a little bit more power. Because this deck doesn't play Spreading Sea, so we have no way of actually, pushing through damage. We will play the Silvergill Adept. Show...
Silvergill Adept.
I think Unsettled Mariner. That's probably what we're going to play.
Good.
Not that I really need land. At least we have Mariner for the planes. So ideally, I want to be able to get Mariner in play before they have their 3rd mana source, because that's when they can start playing Reflector Mage, and those things are going to get countered. Thalia's Lieutenant with the trigger on the stack, Violin Champion of the Parish. Make Thalia's Lieutenant big, or that's fine. So we want. I'm going to attack with both of these, and if they make any blocks, then I can pump up the Benthic Biomancer. Like if they block with either of these creatures, I'll pump up the Benthic Biomancer. I think that'll be an okay way to use my turn, because next turn I can play 2 creatures at once. Okay, so there's going to be a trade with the Noble Hierarch and the Silvergill Adept.
Doesn't have to be. Actually, no. Yeah.
It didn't have to be, but
no,
there's going to be.
Because he couldn't just flash them in. There should be a blue flash land.
The most important thing is keeping my Lord of Atlantis on the battlefield.
All blue mana used with this land can be used to flash in creatures.
So they're going to play Kitesail Freebooter? Nope. Well, we can give ourselves double protection. What do you have? Phantasmal Image? Cancel, play the Plains, play Silver Gill Adapt. Show another Unsettled Mariner. Dovin, not bad. What if this is another Thalia's Lieutenant? Look, what do you have at 2 mana? What do you play at 1 mana? Just the Champion of the Parish? Oh yeah, because your Aether Vial is on 2. So, I am predicting our opponent has 3 drops in hand. A lot of 3 drops. Because they didn't play anything with their Aether Vial on 2. Or were they waiting for something? Were they waiting? Okay, maybe to be safe, I'll play the Lord of Atlantis first. I'm so concerned they're gonna file in, like, I don't know, what's it called? Phantasmal Image, and then block my Benthic Biomancer. Okay, so I'll cower it out. I'll just attack with the Mariner. I don't know if this is a good way to hedge. Okay, they did nothing, so I did miss an attack with the Benthic Biomancer.
How does the Mariner protect you?
Whenever I am targeted, or any of my creatures targeted by a spell or an ability, they have to pay 1.
Right,
So,
right.
Which they now can. If they have Reflector Mage or Deputy of Detention, they can very easily do that. They can cast Deputy of Detention with their mana right now, even though they named human here. Okay, Reflector Mage. Targeting the Mariner. Okay.
Be afraid.
Yes, be very afraid. That's a problem. They plan to play another thing this turn. It's going to get taxed. But the problem... Oh, so they know I have a Mariner in hand? I guess that's why they bounced this. Oh, they're pretty scared. So I have a Deputy of Detention now.
Take that Aether Vial off the table. He doesn't have colored mana.
What are you talking about? They have Plains, they have Unclaimed Territory, they have Ancients. They have a lot of mana. I want to take one of these things. I think I'm going to play Dovin instead. And because with Deputy of Detention, if they play another copy of another spell, then we can just sweep it up. Dovin, we're going to target the Thou's Lieutenant. Actually, I can't attack with Benthic Biomancer. Or I could. Yeah, I can. I actually can. If they block, they don't want to block with just the Reflector Mage, but if they block with Reflector Mage and Champion of the Parish, I'll just deal all the damage to the Champion of the Parish. I guess the only thing I fear right now is Dismember. That would be dismantling. Oh shit. Does that mean Dismember? No. Okay. Now we will play Dovin. And now we are going to target Thou's Lieutenant. Merfolk and Taxes online. So the idea is that now if they go all out, swing at the Dovin, then they clear the way for us to attack back, and I can just plot a bunch of creatures on the battlefield. And then when the timing is right, once their hand is empty, I can choose the best creature to steal with Deputy of Detention. Another Reflector Mage. That is a son of a bitch. not that blocking with anything was very important. So now our Dovin goes to like 1. They hard cast this, so they might kill the Dovin. Sure. Land isn't bad. Well, we can. Well, we can play Lord of Atlantis, but we can hit the Horizon Canopy. And if they opt to not get their island, and I believe they have an island in their deck, then it's like we just strip mine them. And we can play 2 more things this turn anyway. Otherwise, I can play Deputy of Detention and the Lord of Atlantis at the same time. But this is worth a card, so... Sweet. Okay, we have Island Walk online. Undo. I guess we just shut off the Thou's Lieutenant again. Okay, and pass.
Hooray.
It's pretty bold to get that island. Oh, please don't be this. Please don't be Manus Rider.
Nope.
It's Deputy of Detention though. That's pretty bad. That dismantles my board. Although I could Deputy of Detention the Deputy of Detention.
I was wondering, how far can you chain these things together? Deputy Detention and Detention Spears. What point will the program just crash?
Well, there is a card, Oblivion Ring, and if there's 3 of them on the board, I think it turns the game into a draw. You Oblivion Ring and Oblivion Ring. And if there's an Oblivion Ring under an Oblivion Ring, it's basically exile target non-land permanent. Oh please. That's a problem. Is that going to be Deputy of Detention? No, Thou's Lieutenant. Yeah, that's value.
Only on Troll Wednesday.
How do I do this now? I'll go down to 8. Well, I need an army.
I was in the army.
So I have to Deputy of Detention the Deputy of Detention.
Do it just because it would be funny.
Sure. That's why we're gonna do it. Because it will be funny. When in reality, I just need my creatures. Attack for 3, but I have to make chump blocks next turn. Ugh, the Thou's Lieutenant got too big.
Anyway, that answers my question.
What?
Well, you took it, and your cards came back. It didn't stay inside the deputy.
Oh.
I assume if you just keep stealing each other's cards, it just clumps in this huge mess. But no, you get your cards back.
Now, if they deputy my deputy, that's going to be really gross. Because then they get their deputy back, and then just, like, really ruin me. If they have no good attack here, maybe I have a chance. Well, they're not. They're putting me in a situation where I have no good block. Can't block here. So we're just going to have to hit the Mariner. Mariners go this way. Make a pathetic jump block. Take 3. Yeah. Okay, so
he's empty-handed. Creatures.
Oh, great. Shit. I'll have to say we had a pretty decent game up to this point. The game was okay.
Well, you can put him to 10. That's as far as it goes.
If they didn't have so much mana in play, I would have probably. If they didn't have so few cards in hand, I would hit the Ether Vial. But by the time we have Deputy in our hand, their hand was like basically empty. So there's like no tempo to be gained from hitting the Ether Vial. I really wanted my Benthic Biomancer to survive this turn, because if it did, I could cycle away a garbage card. I have a lot of mana to use it to. We are taxing interactive, which is not very useful against humans, to be honest. This whole taxing strategy sucks against humans. Thalia sucks. You know, did they mulligan this game? I think they did. But there are subtle disadvantages in this game, like if you mulligan on the play, you start with 6 cards, and your opponent has 8 if they kept their 7. And especially if they have Ether Vial, they're just straight up 2 cards ahead of you. Just concede. This league is not going our way. Oh, this is not the... We need Marin back here to show us the way. Oh, thanks. They had all these. Well, I had all this. Well, that was match 3 against humans. Not the deck to tax, but hopefully we find something to tax in round 4.
Lost the die roll again.
Yeah, we lost the die roll again. But this is like one of the better hands that we have seen all day. We even have Thalia. Although we only have 2 Thalias in this deck, or in the main deck. It's really it's a battle of Thalia versus Dovin. Oh great. Deck with mana acceleration.
That's the kind of thing you should be playing.
Well, I do.
No.
I have Ether Vial.
No, that's not fast enough.
Apparently not.
You should be able to pay life to take up Aether World or whatever you want.
Another Noble Hierarch. And a Giver of Runes. Okay, we're up against Counter's Company.
Would you like to see the ruins, my friend?
Which... I guess Leonin Arbiter is going to be good. In fact, let's play it right now, just so that if they have any fetch lands, which they do not, it's going to be harder to cast. If they try to search their library, that's going to be harder to do. Everything's going to be harder with Leonin Arbiter on the battlefield. Pushing through damage is going to be difficult, though. Stupid Giver of Runes is going to hold the fort on the ground for a little bit. Oh, you gotta be... In the main deck! In the main deck! Why?
Because it's Troll Wednesday. And also, the friendlies and competitors were merged together.
That's true. I don't know. What the hell is going on here? Non-creature spells for mana cost 4 or greater can't be cast. Non-creature spells with X and their mana cost can't be cast. This is just a straight-up Hate Bears deck. This is literal Hate Bears. It's Hate Bears versus Hate Bears, except they're about to find out that we're Merfolk. Still, how do I get through this?
You got to path the oof.
It's hard. The Giver of Runes is here. I have to path the Giver of Runes. Yeah, I have no good attack. I guess they're going to play Collected Company.
On to round 2. See a big fat Coco right here.
Okay, you have to pay 2. Baymax is ignoring this effect. Why? Why do they ignore it?
think it's because they paid the 2, so...
Oh, they paid the 2, yeah. Okay. Is this still Counter's Company? Giver of Runes. Okay. So it's still going to be difficult to attack through all this crap.
Oh, yeah.
And they're attacking for 4 a turn.
Why doesn't any Merfolk have exalted triggers? Stupid. All tribal should have an exalted.
Okay, so my only plan at the moment is like try to tap these 2 creatures down. Like I could
Untap your lands first and then...
You know what, maybe that will work. Yeah, maybe we should untap the lands. I was thinking about the triggers targeting things.
Now you can do it.
But maybe it's just better to empty my hand and then try to overwhelm them with power. Following turn. So if our opponent gives the Collector Oof like protection from blue, I'll just attack with the Leonin Arbiter for 2 damage. Make no mistake, our opponent has a pretty good clock. Because they can give like one of the creatures protection. So this thing has protection from blue but not white. So I guess luckily we have a Thalia Guardian of Thraben. So they don't have any good blocks, and all my creatures are 5/5, so my plan is just wail on them every turn, but it's not the most beautiful plan.
Don't do it.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Where did this come from? It's just like, they just pulled it right out of their ass.
Yeah.
They better not have, like, top decked that. I can't cast this. It has first strike! Oh, we have no... Where is it? We have no spreading seas in this deck. This is a Taxes deck. Now we can't even attack into anything. This is ugly. Giver of Runes is holding down the whole battlefield. Well, and Lyra Dawnbringer. No more than 1 creature can attack each combat. No more than 1 creature can block each combat. Okay, I see your gimmicky thing. Looks like your hand played out perfectly with this Collector Oof and the 2 Giver of Runes. I have to say this is mighty frustrating. Even though we're on a troll deck. I have nothing at flash speed. They might protect this. Or I guess not. 5 Harbinger of the Tides, they can protect it later. This is like a really good end, but I can't attack. This is like really good. I can play each of these and tap several things at once.
Oh, there's no Trickster, is there?
There's no Trickster. It's all Taxes cards. Actually, no, I have no more cards in my hand if I cast the Benthic Biomancer. Alright, we're up against Literal Hate Bears. What is this called? Silent Arbiter? Nice picture. No more than one creature can attack each combat. No more than one can block. So that is their entire purpose. Now my issue is if I bring in Worship, do I really have any way of like attacking through here? This is literally a Hate Bears deck, so I want all the interactive spells. All of these. I'm assuming they got Collected Company. But I can't be sure. I don't think Thalia is good here. Leonin Arbiter might be okay. Dovin, this is not the matchup for Dovin. Like, I really want to bring in a Grafdigger's Cage, but I don't think it's going to do anything. Do they draw any cards? They bring cards in from the sideboard. I can only imagine that they have to have something for Worship. Can I force them to draw cards? Whatever, okay, we're going to bring in Worship. Because why not? We're going to take out Unsettled Mariner. It feels like it could be a Worship matchup. But it depends. I need to make my opponent have less cards in their library than me. We're going to keep this.
Mulligan, please. Nope.
They never mulligan. Never! They never mulligan. Nikachu's opponents have 7 cards in hand all the time. Absence Pilgrim, sure. Okay, just in case. I guess that was not the card to show. Show Silver Gilded App, but I'll play the Leonin Arbiter. Again, try to slow our opponent off of fetch lands. There it is. You pay! You pay! Giver of Runes? Sure. Just attack. I think this game will go easier if I play the Rajiri first and then hold up Spell Queller later. Like play Silvergill Adapt, untap a land, then have Spell Queller up for the rest of the game. Because if I start holding up Spell Queller like right now, that will really suck. Oh, second Giver of Runes, that is very difficult. Path to Exile.
Even worse.
Yeah, their Path to Exile worked for them. Ooh, we got another one. Yeah, same plan. So I could attack with the Arbiter. Because only one of these Giver of Runes. Well, I guess I can show the order of damage. I actually don't know how that works. Before we go to the damage, after blocks, I give the order of damage, and I guess they can just protect the one that gets damage. That gets dealt damage first. I'm up against Giver of Runes Tribal. Courser of Krufix. That will be difficult to beat.
Look at the ass on that horse.
It's not a horse. Another Giver of Runes. Giver of Runes is like impossible to beat.
Well, you should play with it.
Maybe. Do I want to Ghost Quarter my opponent? I guess I could. They have a good card off the top of their deck. Okay, we'll tap Ghost Quarter just in case, but really we're just holding out for the Spell Queller. These are like the Dignity matches. We're playing for Dignity here. Ooh. Ooh. Then it's like impossible to fetch. Well, not impossible, but really hard. Yeah, I think I will. Then if we Ghost Quarter here, they can't even use this Wooded Foothills. And they're even further away from Lyra Dawnbringer. Oh, they found a forest, though, off the top of their library. Double the tax, double the fun. Something, something, spearmint gum. Silent Arbiter. Combo assembled. I guess I can't block this thing.
Just gotta make sure that Dawnbringer doesn't hit the table.
There's nothing I can do about that. If anything, this was worse. What the hell start is this? 3 Giver of Runes. Maybe the Arbiter just wasn't meant for this matchup. Okay, who has less cards in their deck? Okay, so we can depend on the Worship. We can bank on that. But we have to live to that point. I think I showed the Lord of Atlantis, which was earlier, off of the Silver Gill Adept, so I should have played that instead. So the new plan is draw Worship, slam Worship, and then deck our opponent. They have less cards in their deck because of the Courser of Krufix. They helped us. So this will be a very unusual way to win a game, which also means I have to play much faster. We have less time than our opponent. If we're on the deck our opponent plan. And I'm sure there's some way that they could like still beat us, like by tutoring for a Knight of Autumn to blow up our Worship, but like with a Eled Damri's Call, and I'm sure they're playing with 4 of them.
Whoops, have to pay for both. LOL.
Yes, you do have to pay for both.
It's frowny face. Yeah, rub it in, why don't you?
Where is this in the library?
Yeah.
Is this perpetually stuck on my screen, though?
Sure.
That's a bit weird.
It's good.
Okay, we need to find this Worship. I guess we can save the Spell Queller for the Knight of Autumn.
Please! Oh, that's not bad.
Second Courser. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think the second one gets better. You can gain all your life if you want. I don't really have any intention of like killing you. It's my battlefield, because I can only attack with 1 creature a turn anyway. Do you have any islands in your deck?
You're assembling a team.
Yeah, it's funny. They separate the arbiters on both sides. Protection from blue, but not from white. Whatever, I'll take the 2 damage. Because if I block with both, they'll just give pro white. Funny enough, if they give pro white first, which would be a mistake, then they can't give pro blue later because it has protection from Giver of Runes. Yeah, that would be funny. It's possible I should just throw a Spell Queller out there, just for the sake of attacking back. Maybe I should have done that a long time ago.
That's flash.
Does. I'm trying to rip one of our... We have about 7 turns to rip our Worship. No more... it's not really no more white mana. Oh, you can pay for it. This is stupid. This is not going to work. I should just leave it on the battlefield. If anything, I should just build up mana so that when I do play Worship, I'm going to follow it up with a Spell Queller. Well, that's annoying.
Spell Queller to spell.
I do sort of want to dig for a land out of my deck. No, actually, just in case, I'm going to keep the lands off. I don't want. I need to save these Spell Quellers for the other Path to Exiles in the future. Why? Because, okay, so here's the thing. Okay, I play Worship. So here's the deal. I play Worship. They're going to play Knight of Autumn. I'm going to Spell Queller the Knight of Autumn. And then from there, they can Path to Exile my Spell Queller. I have... You can't pay for this. Right? Or do you just want to shuffle your Birds of Paradise away? I have an Arbiter out still. Well, in all the confusion, they threw away... Or no, they got something anyway. How did this happen? Or did they just have to pay for it once a turn, and then they just pay for... Oh, I see. They pay for it once a turn. So what's the evil thing about to come down? Blinding Angel. That was definitely something worth Spell Quellering. That's going to increase the clock. 5 mana. Oh my god, this is from like a long time ago. And it deals damage to a player. That player skips their next combat phase. Well, I'm not trying to win like that, that's for sure. Protection from blue. Maybe I should block with the Arbiter now. I think I should block with this Arbiter. And the reason is, maybe they will, when my electrical gets low, they'll like give it pro blue, then pro white, and I can never block with it again. And they've already used up a lot of these call cards. Anyway, so that gives me another turn to find the Worship. What else can you find? Okay. Maybe Eternal Witness? I have to play fast. If I have this really stupid Worship protect Worship for the rest of the game plan, I need time on my clock. This is a really janky way to win, but I have won games like this many times in the past.
There's no shame in it.
Especially Voice of Plenty. Can't cast anything this turn. Although that... No, that's not going to kill me quickly. At all.
As long as that
Because only one thing can attack per turn. Unless they decide to kill their... this thing. Oh, this library thing is the Courser of Crufix ability. It's not the stack. I'm wondering, why is this thing floating here? Where can I put this? Blinding Angel, sure. I have no intention of doing crap with that. It's still going to be like 3 damage a turn anyway. Come on, Worship! Let's get this Ether Vial to 3. They're trying to jank a win out of us. I want to re-jank a win out of them. Still have quite a few turns. Like 3 turns? We have 3 more cards to draw. 2 Warships in deck. Come on, we put the Warship in here for a reason. Hobo DM wants to see Warship being brought to glory. Oh man, Lyra Dawnbringer on top of the deck. That sucks.
Can you spell quote that?
No. Too big. I'm going to skip my next combat step. Oh. Boo-hoo. Voice of Plenty, so things can get a little bit bigger, but I think... So actually that shortens my clock. That does shorten my clock. I need to find the Worship right now. No, okay, I have... No, this was the worst time. Well, it doesn't matter. There's a million Giver of Runes on the battlefield. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to Path to Exile one of my creatures. Because I'm not going to die this turn. Unless they Path to Exile their Silent Arbiter. So I'm going to Path to Exile one of my creatures, dig a land out of the deck. Also puts another land on the battlefield so that if I draw the Warship, I'll have double Spell Queller back up. And then we just try to ride that out to victory. Sure. This is definitely the least of my worries.
I was probably like, what the heck?
That's right. Okay, you 2 Warships, you better do something.
Giddy up.
Giddy up, Warships. This is the turn for you. This might be our last turn.
Redraw.
No, we don't, because I don't have a Merfolk in my hand. This is going to cost 5 mana. So what I got to do is pray they let us reach our blocking step. Oh, I guess I should have played the Silvergill Adept anyway. And there's the Knight of Autumn, which we need to Spell Queller. So what's about to happen is not going to happen. I want to block the Lyra Dawnbringer, but that's when they're going to just give double protection to it when I cast the Spell Queller. Hopefully they just... hopefully they're going to just click through. No, they don't. Okay, we lose, concede. No, damn. This shows, the disadvantage of not playing with Spreading Seas in this deck.
Oh, yeah.
Damn. Damn. These are not the matchups for Merfolk and Taxes. These are all fair matchups. This sucks. Not a good showing for Merfolk and Taxes take 2. But anyway, we're gonna go. We don't even have our dignity. We got no dignity. We're 0-4. So we're just playing for, I don't know, to just scrap 1 win together in the final round. See you there. I lost the die roll again. So wait, is that...
5 out of 5.
No, I think I won it once.
I'm at William.
Well, we can keep this. This is like one of the best hands we've had all league. By the way, if you're watching here, 5th round, you didn't skip to the end or anything like that, you are one of the true fans of Nikachu MTG. I salute you. Thank you so much for watching this far. And in this fight, in the spite of all the beatings that we're taking, we are taking beatings like never seen before. Look at what we're up against. Now we're up against other troll decks. Knight of Eben gets +3/+3 and gains Death Touch until end of turn. At the beginning of your end step, if a player lost 4 or more life this turn, put a counter on it. Oh yeah, so it's like a champion of the parish. It's a 1/2 creature to start off with, though. That's hard to beat. All the more better to Dovin with. You're the true fans. You remember that. You're one of the true fans. I see these YouTube analytics. People are gone after like an hour. Gone after 40 minutes. You stayed, what is it? Approximately 1 hour 30 minutes. Training grounds. Activated abilities. You control cost 2 less to activate. So what the hell? This thing gets, for 1 black, you can give it +3/+3. Is that what you're telling me? That could be pretty sick.
I can see why this guy's also in the 0/4.
True story. Does it gain lifelink? No, Death Touch. You're gonna pump it up, yeah. That's what your deck does. What can I say? That's 4 damage, though. 4 damage is 4 damage. And it gets bigger. Jeez. This is hilarious. Hey, if they beat me, whatever. Good for them. We are definitely aiming to get this. This might be the deck for Dovin. This might be the matchup for Dovin. The deck where there's just this one gigantic dumb creature
that can't do nothing.
That can't do nothing after we disable it with our Dovin. Oh, but you can activate this twice. So we definitely have to put the Dovin in play next turn. This thing can become an 8/8 creature this turn. Yeah. I do nothing. This is a Sultai deck. What's the green for? Tarmogoyf? It'd be hilarious if they just throw down a Tarmogoyf here. That'd be very unexpected. Oh my god. Growth Chamber Guardian. Standard all-star. Basically.
No stupid sound effects here.
That is the wrong time for Ether Vial. Start off with Dovin.
Isn't there a card like Dovin Scrying?
No.
Okay, I gotta look this up.
There's Sylvan Scrying.
I guess that's what I'm thinking.
I guess I should have attacked with a Silver Gill Adept first. So my plan is to just jump block the Growth Chamber Guardian with Benthic Biomancer. If I get the option. Save my Dovin. Oh, it helps their Growth Chamber Guardian too. They can just pay a green and they look for the other stupid Growth Chamber Guardian. That's pretty good. This is a Training Grounds deck. Wow. Just wow. I don't know how to put it. Wow. Just wows all around. I'm a little flabbergasted what's happening right now. It looks like a good matchup for Merfolk and Taxes, though.
I think any of the decks you went up today would have been steamrolled by plain old Merfolk.
Yeah, probably. Spreading Seas. Maybe this deck should have ran Spreading Seas instead of Thalia.
When is GP Minneapolis?
Like the 9th or something?
Of August?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I won't be up against the stupid random RNG of in paper play. What's gonna happen here? Assassin's Trophy this thing? Okay. They have to pay an extra 1. So if they search, they need to pay another 2, so we re-tax them. My other option is I can play Mararegery and place Unsettled Mariner, tap the Knight, attack for 3. It's not a lot.
Mariner needs to settle down.
I guess if I attack for 3, there's the chance. If we draw an Island Walk Lord next turn, we could. Can we win? This can go to 9, 10, 11. So I actually have to chump block one of these. Okay. Well, we're gonna take this line anyway, to give us put us in a position that maybe we can win. Because we're hopelessly losing at the moment.
Yeah.
But the correct line for our opponent is attack with both of these, and then after blocks, pump this thing up twice. It goes to a 9/9 creature, and we take 11 and die. If I block the Growth Chamber Guardian, they get to activate it, eat our Unsettled Mariner anyway. And they can still pump up the Knight. Well, in that line, we could still win if we top deck a Lord, because then we attack for potentially 7 on the ground, and we can still chump block with the Leonin. We can also cast the Leonin Arbiter and chump block the... No, would you stop doing this? Would you just... It's time to stop! It's time to stop!
What does Training Ground do?
6, 8... Well, we don't die here. Still, we still don't die. That's not too bad. It's not hitting a Lord. So if we hit an Island Walk Lord, we're still in position to win.
What does Training Ground do?
Reduces activation cost by 2. So there's an activation cost, a green and 2 colors, so now it's just a green. 6,
So
10.
Ventic Biomancer.
So now they're threatening 10 damage. Again, we can eat that. But now it's going to be harder to draw the Lord. Okay, so that I wasn't expecting that. Because I want to chump block with the Leonin Arbiter. Now we're going to go to 1 instead of 3. I guess it didn't change anything. Actually, because they fetched and shot, because they shocked, Island Walk Lord still wins for us, assuming they can't interact with our board. Because I can use the Silvergill Adept to block this, Arbiter block this, attack for 3, put them down to 6. Oh no, but the Lord doesn't have Island Walk themselves. Well, that gives us the best chance of winning. So they have a Growth Chamber Guardian in hand. They also have a Growth Chamber Guardian. Yeah, they have a Growth Chamber Guardian in hand, so that costs 2 mana. Have to do 2 chump blocks. Thinking of just attacking with both, put them down to 7, and then just any random 2-power creature wins. Well, actually, I really want to play... I need the Lord in play. I want to attack first, then untap, and then play the Lord and untap one of my creatures to block, but then the Lord's not in play to deal extra damage. So if I put him down to 2, is that any good? 4, is that any good? No, I don't think so. We're going to take the line that puts them to 2. So they need 2 blockers. They have 1 blocker in hand. They need 2. So we're going to chump block both of these with our Lord of Atlantis and Leon and Arbiter.
Here comes Fatal Push.
Hopefully not. Keep Ether Vial in my hand for Benthic Biomancer.
Fingers crossed. Will this be the greatest steal in history?
Probably not. Also, with Mare Reejerey on the battlefield, if they somehow have enough blockers, I can still rip a Merfolk and tap down their creature to get in the last 2 points of damage. Super Troll deck versus other Super Troll deck.
As long as there's no trample. Well, he's thinking.
So am I. What am I doing with my life? How did it come down to this point? This is now, I think, my 4th league in a row where I only won 1 die roll.
He's got some kind of trick up his sleeve.
Hopefully not. Hopefully it's just play 2 creatures and then we can tap one of them down. Or they just play 1 creature. Pack Rat. Okay, so they are going to play 2 creatures. Oh, and they can activate this for a lot less. What, just a black and make... Oh, jeez. So now we need another Island Walk Lord. What's up with that? You can play the... Oh no, it cost a... Oh no, actually no, they couldn't play... The casting cost the other one still is the same, so this is good. Tap your damn Pack Rat.
3, 2, 1.
This is a true Training Grounds deck. I'm not sure what I can draw, but just in case we are gonna draw for something.
Big win.
So they can activate Pack Rat, put a Pack Rat in play, but we'll still deal lethal. 2 damage should get through. Unless they have Vapor Snag or some nonsense like that.
That would be pretty sick.
Here, for anyone who doesn't know what these cards do, Pack Rat was a standard all-star. It's a black and a colorless. Its power and toughness is equal to the number of rats in play. There's only 1 rat, so it's a 1/1. You pay a black and 2 colorless, discard a card, create a token that's a copy of Pack Rat. So, in the standard of past, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, back in the days of Master of Waves, they keep discarding cards to make all these Pack Rats, and then they've got, like, you know, it's like Lords, basically. They got a million Lords. The first one costs, like, 2 mana. This really does look like a Lord. It's just not unblockable, it just gets ridiculously large. Growth Chamber Guardian, hopefully you play standard, and this thing, well, I talked about this thing at the beginning. What is good against this deck? Who knows? Who the hell knows? Oh, Deputy Detention is going to be very good against this deck. I don't know if Worship is good against this deck. Thalia is probably not that good against this deck. I like Dovin. They killed it, but still like Dovin. I like Path to Exile. Mariner is not that great. Let's get rid of Thalia. Maybe take out an Arbiter. We won on the draw. Without Ether Vial. Not an interactive hand, but hand nonetheless. Training Grounds. Oh, the Knight again. Without Training Grounds, actually, this deck looks like it does nothing. Or very few things. So Training Grounds looks really integral to their strategy. So if it gets past to us, I'm going to play Unsettled Mariner before the Silvergill Adepts. We have the lands that we need to curve out. I just want protection from their removal spells, Fatal Push, Assassin's Trophy, so on.
This is it.
Back rat. Which is dangerous. Merfolk Trickster is very good against this card.
Standard Merfolk is probably very good against this whole deck.
Maybe I'll even block a pack rat. It's like it's an okay exchange. It's still they have to discard a card in order to make a pack rat, so they're trading cards. We've got a lot of cards in hand. Silvergill Adept is going to be worth more cards soon. I can totally see Training Grounds being really good here. So if they went like Black Mana Source, Training Grounds, discard 2 cards, make a gigantic pack rat, that's dangerous. That's pretty dangerous. That would be lethal. Oh, and Turtenwald is very synonymous with this card. Hence how he became O-Rat.
Ah, he was always a filthy rat.
Those filthy pros. Okay, so we'll block here. It eats up their turn. We can then start playing 2 things a turn. I mean, one problem is that they can exchange lands for this Unsettled Mariner. But if you've never played against pack rat before, you don't want it to get like out of control. And this thing can get out of control.
Just like real rats.
Yeah, just like real rats. So they discarded a pack rat to make a pack rat. What are they going to do with the red army? Well, now they can Fatal Push and make a rat at the same time. But playing lands from their hand also means they're not going to make a rat. They got a lot of options at their disposal. They can also like pump up their Knight of Autumn. What is... Okay, something new. Search your library for a black card with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Reveal it, put into your hand. So enough. Also, they intentionally put pack rats in their graveyard. Abrupt Decay. Okay. You want to Abrupt Decay? Sure.
All tapped out though.
Hopefully we find some good stuff off of the Silvergill Adepts. That's fine. That's fine with me. I'm totally good with that. That's great. That's great with me. Show Master the Pearl Trident. I'm going to attack with it next turn. So from here, I think we can just race. Yep, Island Walk, pass.
Well, what are you gonna do? Jump?
I don't know. what they're gonna do. Uh-oh. Okay, so here's their final hurrah. They finally find the card. Because this knight can get enormous. Well, I do have the plan of, like, chump blocking, but they could also just make a bunch of pack rats. You can put 2 pack rats on the battlefield, have a 3/3 pack rat, and then also attack for 16 next turn.
Island walk.
I think I'm going to do nothing this turn. I'm going to see what they're going to do. Because I can still chump block next turn if I want to. Doesn't cost me anything to wait. Because if I draw a lord, I can just kill them this turn. Next turn. Just one. So they have either Abrupt Decay or Assassin's Trophy in hand. I think. Or maybe they just plan on making a rat at end of turn. They just wanted to pump this thing up a little bit to get some damage in. That is bizarre. You want these cards for your pack rat.
Island walk lord. Or, well, pump a lord anyway.
3 of a kind. I'm just going to attack for 6 and plan to attack for another 6 next turn, and we'll just chump block this this stupid thing. And I depend on my opponent not having any removal. If they have... I could attack with... Oh no, I can't attack with everything. I'm only threatening 11 damage, so they can just take it and then kill me. That's not good! Now I'm in deep shit. So they can attack for 9... 10? Okay, so I'm not dead yet, so we can still top deck an Island Walk Lord. Or I guess if they have a black Manosaurus, they can put me in a really tough spot. This is still going to be for a lot of damage, though. I'm going to take it all, because I'm going to start running out of ways of actually winning this game. Oh, that triggers both of them. Of course. I guess we just keep this on 2. Dovin might be good here. Lord. Summon the Lord of Atlantis. No.
Oh.
Did we flood out? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I guess we did. We deceptively flooded out. Didn't really feel like we flooded out because we drew so many cards off of Silver Gilladept, but we flooded out. Please, don't give me my first 0-5 on Troll Tuesday.
Got troll.
It's gotta be worth at least a victory.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah. Congratulations, you played yourself. DJ Khaled. Can't remember what all the other stupid shit he used to say.
We ain't saying too much now.
You make it sound like he went to jail or something.
Well, no, but apparently his last album just didn't sell.
He's just stay on Snapchat. That's what he's good at. So of course they can just pump this knight up, but I just sort of have to hope that they're not going to do something like that. Or maybe the best play was don't block anything and hope that they respect Harbinger of the Tides. Yeah, we're dead. We have 3 cards in hand that are useless. All donuts. Okay, did we learn anything?
No.
Hey, maybe this is where worship is good. Yeah, let's put in worship. Take out 2 more Leonin Arbiters. Submit deck. Beautiful. We'll keep it. We're gonna ride this all the way to the top. We can even cast this Dovin off of our planes. It's gonna be sick, although we need a lot more creatures for this worship to be useful. This is the worship hand. Hopefully we just slam this worship and they resign. Oh, they've got Assassin's Trophy. You can't ride this to, like, victory. They're playing with Assassin's Trophy. Whatever. Who cares? I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I've reached rock bottom as far as I'm concerned. They've got Ethervile in this deck, too? What is going on here? Come on, Deputy of Detention. Detention this crap. This person deserves to go to detention.
Deserves to go to jail.
It's coming. Oh, did I take out the Leonin Arbiters? I guess Arbiter would be fine again in this matchup. It's a 3-color deck. I don't know how to play with Arbiter. I need Marin's coaching.
Well, come on, dummy. You have like 2 things: the rat and the knight.
Maybe they have something else. I mean, they got Ethervile in their deck. They also they have this. Yeah, that's right. Sounds like a Murloc from Hearthstone. All right.
Slam worship.
It costs 4 mana.
Oh.
Okay, artifacts, instant, and sorcery spells opponents cast cost 1 more to cast. So let's start with this, I guess. They're reading it. They're reading it just like we read it. I wonder if they're holding back islands. Are you holding back islands? Dovin is not long for this world. The night has arrived. But I think that's my plan. Just worship. Hopefully they don't have Assassin's Trophy, and then just try to island walk them to death. Or deck them. Decking them will be harder, though. You can kill my Dovin. What do you want to attack with this? It will do nothing! Prevent all the damage. And if the knight attacks Dovin, it's not attacking me, so...
Not bad.
Yeah, at the beginning of your end step, if a player lost 4 or more life this turn, put a counter on it. Dovin is not a player. Yeah, attack Dovin. You're lucky you've got 3 lands. Where do those lands come from? What, do you have a lord? The hell is this? Bowmancer's Familiar. Activated abilities of creatures you control cost 2 less to activate. Great. This effect can't reduce blah blah blah. Next time a creature adapts this turn, it adapts as though it had no +1/+1 counters on it. So it's attacking our Dovin for like a billion. Just a billion. Can they kill us next turn? 1, 2, 3. It's a lot of damage.
Worship.
I'll try. There's no guarantee that this is going to work.
You'll be able to have 2 creatures on the board.
I'm going to adapt. So this thing gets bigger, so this is again. So what if they have 4? That's 12. Just trying to think of Growth Chamber Guardian. Like, I'm thinking I should tick this vial up to 3, just to make sure I don't die next turn.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll do that.
This changes nothing.
Oh, it actually changes a little bit. We can get this Benthic Biomancer in play. So, everything depends on our opponent not having Assassin's Trophy. But we still have no way to push through any damage for the victory.
There's clocks in the red.
Sure, I'll clock him. I'll get him on time. I don't care how we win this one. I'll take anything. Literally anything. Maybe if we double Ghost Quarter them, it'll matter. Alright, for the last game of the match. Does Worship do shit? If it doesn't do anything here, this card does not belong in Merfolk at all.
Now he's got to be scratching his head like, what the...
Basically, like, they're in a spot to... well, okay, there's another thing. If they have Collective Brutality in their deck, like, this doesn't prevent all damage. It just reduces our life total to 1. Okay, there they go. They're on the kill our creatures plan. And that's why I ticked the vial up to 3, so that we... because we could get hoofed here for a ton of damage. What is that, 4? If there was a black mana source, that's 12... 16, 17, 18, 19. Ooh, it's close. There's that extra black mana source. But if they have Collective Brutality in their deck, I guess we could lose to that as well. No blocks.
Doesn't matter.
Because it doesn't prevent loss of life. So we could go to 1 and then they like Collective Brutality us for 2.
What's this clock at?
3 minutes, 36 seconds.
Alright. You can squeak out a victory here. It's possible. It's just over spell callers.
I can't cast this card. Yet. I can Ghost Quarter one of my own lands, I guess. At end of turn. I just don't have any good way of winning the game, though.
Clogging him.
I guess so.
It's almost at 2 minutes. Or, well, 3 minutes.
Growth Chamber Guardian. Activate, get another Growth Chamber Guardian.
Yes, more triggers. Time-wasting triggers.
More triggers. More triggers! Lose on time! Actually, maybe the best line is just Ghost Quarter ourselves to thin our deck of lands so we can keep drawing creatures. That might be the best line of play. Prismatic Vista. Please, look for an island. That's what you need. An island. Oh! There we go. So now we have some chance. We have some chance of winning the game here. Although I don't even want to make an attack here. It would be just awful. Attacking would end up being really bad. I don't care what you do. Do whatever you want. So the funny thing... Okay, so they can actually keep adapting the Growth Chamber Guardian to find more creatures. Okay, so what's it going to be? You got Assassin's Trophy? You got it? I forgot about Assassin's Trophy. Destroy my planes. Get an island. And take my turn. Best draw would be Silvergill Adept. That's fine. Actually, what I can do... Maybe I am going to try to win this game. I'm going to blow this up, get another island. They do have one more island left.
The untap mana.
Yeah, get the untap mana.
With that tap mana.
Then I can tap down, I don't know, mana. They don't have Assassin's Trophy. They would have played that already on the Warship. The hell is this going to be? Oh, Growth Chamber Guardian? Okay. Oh, they want to activate it? Sure. So what's going to happen? Are we going to kill our opponent with damage? Or are we going to kill our opponent through time? Because they've got 1 minute, 30 seconds left on the clock. Another Growth Chamber Guardian? Nope. Okay, so at most they can only have one removal spell in hand, so now we can attack for 9. We are literally threatening to win the game next turn. Just with the creatures. And the Warship is doing something, because we've been dead by now.
Alright, ball's in your court.
They need... It's Assassin's Trophy or bust. Don't! Just give me this one! Just give me one match. Troll deck versus the other troll deck.
No, I think he's being serious. Yep.
Oh, thank God. We have completely... We get nothing. You do not get anything for going 0... Like, going 1 and 4. They say,
They don't even give you the purple participation ribbon.
No, they don't give you a participation ribbon. They just give you the Nikachu wins the match at the end. Okay, well... let's go...
This deck was too all over the place, in my opinion.
Well, you could have said that about the first troll Merfolk.
No.
Merfolk and Taxes. Well, okay, in the end, Dovin was not... I think in the end, Dovin was not that great. We also didn't face, I think, enough matchups where Leon and Arbiter shined. And then we were in a bunch of games where we couldn't push through damage, like that Hate Bears deck. They Hate Bears deck probably liked that we had Leon and Arbiter in our deck. So Dovin didn't really work. And honestly, I don't think... Worship helped us in one match, but overall it didn't really help us. So, I mean, they're taxing cards, but... Like, this is just too hard to cast, and like there's just so many decks have an answer to an enchantment. It's a really glass cannon.
Look at the tutties on that.
Oh yeah, back in the day, they don't let you do that anymore. They don't let the artists do that anymore. They have
to retroactively censor all these
R&D or the marketing departments said it. They said no, we're changing the art direction. We're doing it on purpose. Everyone is flat. It's all good. All right.
They're all androgynous, and you have no idea what's going on.
And everyone's happy. It's actually not true. Like, there are a lot of criticisms about like there's no boobs on cards, but I don't think that's true. There's just like there's more cards without boobs, but there's still boobs on cards. If you look hard enough, there's still boobs on cards. So the people who want boobs, you can't complain. They're still there. It's just not as common as it used to be. Like back then, everyone's boobs were big. Everyone cast that spell. But anyway, that's gonna be our match for this. I hope you enjoyed it. If for all of you that are just tuning in because you skipped to the end, well, thanks for cheating. Now, so you better watch some of it. It was still, if you want. Okay, if you're just tuning in, just watch the last round. And if you're listening to me, then my YouTube analytics should say that you just watched like the very last 1 hour. That was the match to see if you wanted to see any action with this deck. So we're going to thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon. We're also going to thank themanabase.com for being our sponsor. This has been Nikachu with his brother playing with Troll Folk in Modern.